Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hate plotting my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom.
What is up? It's Friday. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Phil. I'm gonna talk about a couple different topics from the week, and it has been a long but awesome day. And so let's just start it there. Shout out to Captain Zwingli, Coffee with Captain, one of the absolute best shows overall, and one of the absolute best morning shows. Happens Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. EST, with obviously Captain Zwingli, as well as Steve, aka Mr. Bark. And man, such an awesome show. I'm always sad during the school year because I miss the majority of it. I'll probably catch like 20, 30 minutes at the very beginning. Then I'm off to school, teaching, etc. But in the summer, I can listen to it a bunch. And so I have been. And I knew that Steve was out of town for a couple days. And I asked Cap if he needed any help or wanted any help. And I'd love to co-host. So I got to co-host this morning. But that also meant, for me, the teacher that likes to sleep in a little bit during the summer, I had to wake up at 6:20 a.m., which was A-okay. It was well worth it. The conversation was dope as always. So a big salute to Coffee with Captain. What a great, awesome show. And it was honestly an honor to be on it this morning. Great people came through. Really good conversation. We talked for almost 2.5 hours, I think. And it went really fast. So super dope. And again, thank you again, Cap, for letting me tag along with you and listen to a bunch of good conversation, to be honest with you. The next thing I wanted to check, though it's not over yet, apparently. I was going to check on the Cubs score. I don't know if we got any sports fans out there, but I definitely am. I'm a Cubs fan, which can be brutal at times. I will be honest. And this might be one of them. Bottom of the ninth, 1 out, 2 on. Don't love the looks of that. We'll tap back in there later. But if you're a sports fan, what is your favorite sport to watch and play? For me, I would say to play, it is probably basketball. To watch, ooh, that's tough. To watch, probably, maybe football. But I do enjoy watching sports. I grew up in a sports household. Shout out to my mom. It was her birthday yesterday, which is super dope. Moms are dope, 100%. So happy birthday. Happy late birthday, mother. Again, I grew up in a sports household, which was dope. But first topic on my mind, it's been on the timeline a little bit. And I just figured I'd say my piece. So this is not available anymore. So please don't go there and try to grab it if you are going to Ape Fest in Lisbon here coming up in October. This closed today, this morning. But we had some of these items. We had the shirt. Looks great, if you ask me. We have the disposable camera, which I'm actually super interested in because I have a feeling they're going to do some stuff on site that is well worth having this camera and taking pictures. And even if it's not, I mean, the memories with that is dope. And then the socks. And the socks got so much hate. People wanted to come out of the closet, come out from underneath their hole in the wall, if you will, and talk shit about socks. And one thing is, I actually like dope socks. I think these look cool. I like the bottom. They say Ape Fest the skull on the what is that? The ankle portion. I'm a freaking boomer. I can't even describe a sock, but I think they look great. And you don't have to buy it if you don't want it. So just don't buy them. I think the entire package was like $150 or something like that. 130. I didn't even look because I'm unfortunately not going to Lisbon this time around. But lay off the socks. The socks look freaking dope. Also, shout out to James, who's heading up that partnership with merch with Bored Ape, aka Yuga Labs. James is such an awesome human being. Known him for a long time in this space. Feels like a really long time, but I mean, only like, 2 years, that feels like at least an eternity in Web3. And all the news out of that has been fantastic. So James, tip of the cap to you, my friend. I like the socks. The socks stay on. Next up, I wanted to give a shout out to a sub community that just had an announcement that they are officially live. Not that they hadn't been already meeting, but this is Board Italy. We love the sub communities. That's one thing. If you know anything about Board Apes, or even if you don't, the sub communities are massive. They end up having satellite events, which is super dope. And I just love when I see new ones pop up. So there's their logo, and they actually have a song on this as well. I'm not going to play the song right now, but tip of the cap to Board Italy for officially announcing their sub community. And then, as we were talking about Captain Zwingli and also James, what's funny about that is this next one is a little update on board shorts. This was a MBA from Cap, and it was these literal board shorts. There's a teal one or whatever, this light blue, sea blue. I don't know what this color is, with one of his apes on it. You have the flamingo, and then you got the banana. And I want to say I got every one of them. Maybe I got two. I don't know. Did I get the blue one? I don't know. But I definitely ordered some of them. And Cap had talked about how he had some issues with getting this all fulfilled. But nonetheless, guess who jumped in a few months ago? I don't know when exactly the timing was James. This is well, maybe it was at the same time he was talking to Yuga. But the point is, this merch, which includes a t-shirt and the shorts, are inbound. Final production samples have landed and been given the green light. Truly grateful for our early supporters' patience as we navigated through our first drop in a manufacturing curveball or two, which we hate to see that, but super excited to get these. I at least got one. I got two pairs for sure. I know I got the bananas and the flamingos. I'm trying to think I got all three. I'm hoping I got all three. I'm all about the board shorts, especially in the summertime in Texas. We actually were in the pool for a large majority of the day. So shout out to Captain and the board shorts. And then another awesome drop. And I was looking at it earlier. I'm going to have to go back in tonight and order something for sure. One of my absolute favorite MBAs. And it's number one because it's super high quality, well done. But number two, the owner of Board Cuban, Eric, is just an absolute A1 person. And so this was a post from today, nine hours ago, about noon. Finally, here, our new summer drop is live. Grab these tees and crop tops and cop the mutant plushie before they're all gone. So I really like the tee. Board Cuban. Those that don't know, this is an awesome restaurant that's down in Miami. Eric also runs Latin Cafe 2000, which is where I got the best coffee I've ever had. And I drink a lot of coffee. And so this is the t-shirt. I really like the t-shirt. I need to get that for sure. There's the crop. I probably can't wear that. Not yet, at least. I love the plushie. The plushie looks freaking fire for real. And then last but not least, actually that might have been it. Was that it? Oh yeah. So we got t-shirt, crop top, plushie. But if you go to the store, I'll go ahead and share a few other things that are also available, because why the heck not? Again, if you click that, it's boardcuban.com/shop. Here's the plushie toy. You got a tumbler. We got insulated water bottle. I won't get these two things just because in my household, I don't know if anyone else is out there like me. We have so many freaking coffee tumblers and insulated bottles. My head could spin. But we've got the plushie toy. We got some of this is sold out. This is an earlier shirt. We got coffee. We got this hoodie. This hoodie is fire too. I'm sad that this shirt was sold out. It was my fault for missing it. Then we got socks. We love the socks. Two different versions. We've got a cool logo camp cup. You got some pins, which I love the pins. We got more pins, 3-pack set. I love this espresso cup and saucer. I got to get that because I actually love espresso. Got an espresso machine in the house. We got awesome stickers here. You got this hat. Man, I love hats, but sometimes hats don't love my big fat head. And then you got this summer tee. So again, I just wanted to point that out because for me, Board Cuban, what they're doing, it's just really, really good. I love everything, how it looks, etc. It's just a really dope product that I'm not surprised that they've had a lot of success for what they're doing. I'm checking back on the freaking Cubs game. One, please. The Cubs are up 5-1 now. So there's that. Cool. But there's 2 outs. Hopefully on the stream, I'm not crying if they lose. Earlier today, shout out to Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. They got the fat dub, which we love to see as well. The next thing, we've got a couple more things I want to talk about, and I'm going to really focus on one specific one. But before we get there, I wanted to share Fuck It Productions has a event coming up here in a couple weeks. and they just posted another video a couple hours ago. So let's go ahead and watch together. I have not watched it, so let's watch it together. This is Fuck It Productions, Fuck It Friday Part 2. Thank Gabe. Shout out. Mutant Cartel. There we go. So again, if you are going to be at, I believe at the same time as VCon, check out the Fuck It Friday. Holy cow, where can I find it? August 9th. There it is. OG Cannabis Cafe in Hollywood. Again, that's August 9th, which is a Friday. Check out the Fuck It Productions team. Reach out to them if you have any questions. Again, we love what they're doing. I love what they're doing because they're doing it kind of all over. They put out some awesome side events already across seas as well. And so shout out to that team as they continue to do and drive more community events. We love community events. Why the heck would we not? Another quick reminder for those that attended the board meeting. We know we love the POAPs. So I think you've got probably about 12 to 24 hours left to get this. As POAPs for board meeting number 5 are now available to claim right here for BIYC, MIYC, BAKC holders for the next 48 hours. And this was posted yesterday. So you've got like 24 hours left. If you want that POAP, make sure you get there. Check back on the Cubs. Holy shit. Oh my God, I hate the Cubs. This is going to, oh, thank God the game ended. Oh my God, friends. I thought we were about to get a viral moment of Phil losing his freaking mind. They were up 5-0, completely dominating. And then, but they pulled out the dub, everyone. They pulled out the freaking dub ski. But I want to look here really quick. Oh, here, top. Yeah, the bottom of the 9th, walk, 1 out, walked another person, single. Someone scored second. Okay, line. So 2 outs, walked another person to freaking load the bases. And then you got the dude to strike out looking. What the flip? Go Cubs, go. We love to see those dubs. But the main topic of conversation for me today has been this. Shout out to Garga for this awesome post. I think these are the things, this type of post and artwork and, conceptual ideas. These things we love. We love to see this stuff just because naturally it kind of lets us know a little bit about what's going through their mind when they're, creating these amazing experiences. So let's go ahead and dive in. If you haven't read this yet, make sure you check out at CryptoGarga's X account. And he's got a thread here. Some early concepts for the swamp, the center Agora Island we visited, and apes come home. We love the neon vibes. Here we go. Come to the homeland, if you will. BAYC. Love it. Let's go on. Movie night at the amphitheater. We've been to the amphitheater, but Night of the Living Ape. We love that. That's a really cool. It's like the 3D glasses that's showing the video. By the way, side note, I heard shout out to the Banana Boys that host amazing content Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, and sometimes other days too. Somebody was talking about what if we started hosting like premiere videos, like movies when they drop in the other side one day. That could be freaking cool. Other side is, I don't know this word. Palimpsest. I don't know what that even means. I gotta look it up. Where coda here, you know what? As we are going through this, I'm looking it up. Definition: a manuscript or piece of writing material on which the original writing has been affected to make room for later writing. Wow, that is an awesome word. Of course, Garga would use that. Oh, wow. Okay, so where coda ruins are reinterpreted by new inhabitants. Gotta unearth and rig the old stuff to power the new. So you've got these different images of trains. If you've been around for a while, a lot of these will bring up memories of 10KTF specifically. So you got a lot of train concepts. I was showing my 5-year-old these, and he loved the skeleton one. He said it was a monster train. So it definitely looks like that. But some different concepts of trains. And then you also have this going into the eyeball, going into what's probably an acid land down here. So interesting. Love the conceptual art. Looks really, really good. And let's continue on. A big ass amusement park for apes built on a bog environment, a space that you'd want to return to over and over to explore and hang out. So again, this just looks like a friendly place. You got a freaking skull. This is definitely like when we went to the Apes Come Home. This was it right here. Big ass amusement park for apes. And so again, just trying to share a bunch of this stuff before we break into the new with Dragon. As someone who used to write and edit concept art books for films and video games, I love this kind of shit. So figured maybe you guys would too. All art here by Possible, creative direction by Figgy. So, and my comments right there. Yes, sir. We do love this. So again, I don't know if we were going to get more of this, but I think this is just a great way to share the journey of what they're cooking up. Little art pieces, concept art, maps, all of this stuff is super vital to sharing with the community because we like to see that. We are the reality is if we're still here and asking genuine questions, man, we're pretty supportive for sure. And so I think we just really enjoy this. It gets us fired up. And so Garga, thank you for that post. I thought it was an awesome post. Naturally, so we could get a little bit of a peek into the creative minds of what y'all got cooking up because there's so many things that are happening and it's just like exciting. A couple other thoughts, and this is just me speculating, complete speculation. So I think we talked about this on Wednesday on Board TV. I think we'll get our information on when Project Dragon will be. My guess was before next Friday. So that gives us a week from today. I think we'll get that news. So maybe next Friday we're talking about Project Dragon and the information that was released. I think it's going to be next week sometime. And then I said, even on stream, I said, maybe Project Dragon's on the 22nd, which is a Monday. I know it's a Monday, but it just felt like maybe it's that. Potentially it could be, on the weekend. That's the 27th, whatever it may be. I think that would be the week from the jump. That's what I've been thinking would be the Project Dragon. So number one, really looking forward to some more information, but more importantly, this is something I've been hearing a lot of is like, hey, Phil, what's your thoughts on Project Dragon? And is there a potential that, whatever happens at Project Dragon could like lower your expectations for what other side is or, make you be super uber bearish? And I legitimately, my answer was, I don't think I could go bearish at all any more than I am right now. And I'm not even bearish. It's just my expectation. I feel like are a very smart level that is even keel. And I also realize that this is them testing out some different gameplays, mini games, obviously having thousands of players, shooting at each other. That'll be interesting. It feels like a lot of work, a lot of heavy lifting. And so do I think it's going to be perfect? No. Would it make me more pessimistic on anything they have going with the other side? Absolutely not. The only thing, and I said this is me being truthful. I said the only thing that would make me more pessimistic if they straight up said, we're actually not doing Project Dragon. This was all a joke. Other side is canceled forever. That would be the only thing. Besides that, anything else? Any experience, the feedback that they receive after it, PM killing my ass like 1,000 times because apparently this dude is an OG freaking at this damn Project Dragon. If he's kicking my ass, none of that. That's fine. All that's cool. I'm expecting to get my ass kicked by PM and Project Dragon. So really, like the only thing would be like if they're just like, we're rugging this whole thing, which they're not going to do that. That's the whole point. I guess I'll share this post since we are supposed to team up on PM if you're going to be at Project Dragon. Obviously, don't know when it's going to be yet, but nonetheless, PM got 43 kills in our latest internal Dragon playtest. Please make sure to dogpile him when we play and twerk on his corpse. Yeah, this cat had, 43 kills. I mean, he might kill me 40 times if he's killing like decent players 43 times. He might just kill me 40 times. But nonetheless, all the rest is like, it's gravy to me. I think it's going to be awesome. I appreciate them doing the play test. I really appreciate them opening this up. We've been begging about, hey, can you guys build in the open? Y'all, all I'm going to say is, y'all MFers better have some legitimate feedback and not just be bitching as soon as it's over or during it. Get some feedback, get out a notepad, write down the things you like, the things that you hated, the things that you thought were, okay. And then let them iterate on it. Because guess what? The thing that's awesome about Project Dragon, This is going to be 12 freaking straight month bangers. Every single month, we get together on different lands, sometimes bringing in new avatars. Shout out to the Codas. I speculate on Wednesday that maybe Coda avatars in August. It's a complete speculation, but how cool would that be if, here in the fall, we go to Coda Island and the Codas can get their avatars. And then, after that, maybe a couple of months later, mutant apes would go to, specific mutant freaking land. I mean, the thing is, this 12-month, that's what I got to think about. It's like a 12-month experience. So can I judge it off of first month? That sounds foolish. My expectation is we get in there, we F around, find out, we get to play this specific type of mini game. There will be others. There will be other things to do, other experiences within other side. And that's dope. And then get feedback. Give feedback. Feedback's great. But don't just yell into the abyss on the timeline. That's what every weak-minded person does. Go find somebody to actually give feedback to. And it can be rough, by the way. You can DM them directly and give them a rough fucking take that you thought it was whack as hell. That's so much better than just like yelling into the abyss. Go to the direct contact, get into the Discord, ask questions. That's good. Hey, but let's keep it a buck. If it feels fun, the first and second trip to me, they were super fun, dude. They were a lot of fun. Hopping on the toads and shit. Garga had posted a picture about that because they said, they're obsessed with toads. Bro, I remember that one. I was not very good at the game. But was it fun? Hell yeah. It was fun. Even when I was flying off the fucking toadstool because I missed it because my boomer ass could not I think I was using a trackpad. Don't use a trackpad like a boomer. Okay, get a mouse. I got this MFer. Let's see if I can find this right here. Bro, before Yuga Labs, I would have never bought this is a pretty nice mouse. It's wired, not wireless, but I don't even remember the company because I'm not a gamer, but this thing's nice. I can change the reaction time and all this. Bro, super helpful for Dookie Dash, and it'll be super helpful for Project Dragon. So I would just say, keep that in mind. This is not a one-stop destination. This is hey, we're going to try different mini game styles. We're going to do it on different lands. We're going to get to show you that. And I really think, again, I'm just speculating. I really think here by September, at the end of September, I think we'll all have the ability to get pieces of maybe the ODK or maybe the whole thing, where we can go into our land and maybe it's only certain times. Maybe it's not open all the time, but I think there's going to be ways to screw around with the ODK so that we can start building stuff. And I think, obviously, if you're a freaking wizard like some of you are out there, shout out to a million people: Bailey, Rita, creative director, creative. I forget which way you put it because it always confuses me every time. All these people that are amazing, doing amazing shit. Yo, that's awesome. They're going to continue to take it to the next level. But my dumbass, hey, dude, I need some tutorials, or I need just give me some assets that I can, use. We talked about this morning on Coffee with Captain. Give me some assets that I can use. And then, hey, let's figure out how this AI can help me in cloning it or whatever it is, so that I can build my freaking digital golf course that I've been wanting to do for years at this point. I just imagine going and playing a digital golf game, kind of like old Tiger Woods style, with a bunch of friends, maybe having prizes and shooting the shit. Just shooting the shit. Maybe you have a space happening at the same time. I would love to have board networking company, man. Let's freaking do it in the other side. So again, what I would say is you can still have expectations. That's cool. That's awesome. Nothing that can happen unless it's just straight rugged would make me feel bearish about it. It's an experience that I'm looking forward to. I'm really excited about it. Just because it's the start of really, really, truly building in public and letting us see the journey along the way. Yuga, I've said this 1,000 times. I'm going to keep saying it. Yo, I almost said Breaking Bad. Don't do Breaking Bad content. That'd be funny. Hard Knocks content. You don't have to show any alpha, but you have the reality shows where it's and then they interview Phil and he's like, yeah, man, as we're getting close to the day, I was super stressed out. And, they're talking to the camera and all this stuff. Do that. Have some B-roll. Lead up to, these Project Dragon. It could have been really cool to do that for Ape Fest. All these things, picking the location, blah, 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 blah. And then when you announce you're doing it in Lisbon, you could have this cool, docu type series that announced it was in Lisbon. I just think that'd be cool. Yeah, I know it's a lot of work. I understand that, but I think it's cool. I just do. I think it's cool to see behind the scenes. The last thing is talking a little bit more about board network and company. This is something that's been on my mind. I was really, really marinating on it last night and into today as well. 24/7 coverage of Web3 content. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be live. You're not asking people to, like, having people around the world stationed to be like, hey, I need you to go live on this stream. We're going to keep it open 24/7. It's not that at all. But what if you started curating these different channels, these different people that are having all kinds of different content on Spotify and Spaces and wherever it is, streams like this, Twitch, YouTube, X. And what if you started curating that and you put it into some sort of format where there was a place where people could land and they could tune in whatever was live there. And it would be random. It's not like you wouldn't be able to, at least not right away. That'd be a different iteration where you could like schedule it out, where you could be like, well, the 2 a.m. Central Time Zone is Philly's Funhouse. Some made up thing, of course. But whoever, right? And we all have a time slot. Yo, that would be super dope. And then what if it like was a radio station? I worked in radio. I wanted to build a radio station, like a small town Iowa radio station a long time ago, 14 years ago or so. Man, what if we did that in Web3 where you could tune into that radio station on Spotify or whatever? Maybe you build an app and it's just this radio station where it's literally curated spaces and you can go back and listen. Again, would be hard to like schedule it out, but maybe it's just you have this playlist, if you will, no better way to put it, and it's got whatever 50 conversations that are continually curated, and then you can find the ones that you want to listen back to, and maybe it's like a month in review, right? So like only that month's thing are in the radio station playlist, and then you can go find it, and it's like very specific to things that are happening that month. I don't know, or the previous month. Obviously, you can't like look ahead necessarily, but the idea is, wouldn't it be cool to have a place where you can go find all kinds of stuff and make it easier to find? X is pretty good at, obviously having a recorded spaces if you choose to do that. I want to take it to another level. And I also want to be able to hear the conversation I really want to hear on different platforms, easy with the push of a button. Lots of times that I get to listen to stuff is bullshit spaces. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to keep it a buck. There are spaces that I don't care to listen to. So how do we make this 24/7 ESPN style Sports Center, if you will, video and audio platform? That's a big idea. And I think it would be really cool. And it would only get better with time. And then you can have commercials. I mean, it could be so creative. You could have commercials, ad placements for MBAs and products, protocols, etc. Boom, boom, boom. Sounds pretty freaking rad if you ask me. And it's not like you're going to listen to it all the time, but it's always there if you want it. I don't know. Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. So with that, shout out to Barry. I think he lives in Hawaii. Maui Brewing Company. This is one of my favorite hats. I've actually never been to Maui, but I was married in Kauai, and I've been to Kauai twice. So shout out to Hawaii. Shout out to Barry. The Banana Boys, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. There's so many people I could shout out because there's so many people doing awesome content. What I would say is continue to do that. Pick up your shovel and find your superpower. Everybody's got one. I guarantee it. Every single person has a superpower. And some of that might be you're awesome at creating graphics. Maybe you're really great at being a reply person and you're great at retweeting and liking stuff. And you're curating that. You're not just doing it on all the bullshit. Maybe you're really great at, hosting a stream. Maybe you're awesome at hosting a podcast, doing live interviews. Maybe you're an awesome editor, video editor, audio. Yo, do it. Find your superpower that's here. And it doesn't have to be anything immaculate over the top. It just has to be whatever your superpower is because everybody's different. If we all would do that and try to pitch in just a little bit more and pick up that shovel, even that little tiny shovel that you use for your, your little garden in your backyard, man, if we would do that and focus on that, the sky's the freaking limit. So my call to action this weekend is, number one, touch grass, get outside. I was in the pool for like a couple hours today. It was great. It was great to touch grass and water. Number two, pick up your shovel and find your superpower. Every single person's got one. You just got to find where you fit. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Super easy to do that. And we're going to have all kinds of different content coming down the pike. And with that, we are going to call it an evening because it is exactly 10:30 my time. It is Friday. I'm going to go maybe watch a little TV. I don't do a lot of that, but maybe I'm going to watch a little TV. Shout out to the Cubs. Shout out to the Fever. Shout out to you guys for being awesome in the space. Continue the conversations going. Again, pick up that shovel, find your superpower. Thank you for tuning in to Friday Fill-In. Follow us on X, follow us on all the platforms. You can hit me at Fabaka. That's with no L, at Fabaka31. DM me if you ever need anything. I am here to help because at the end of the day, that's what I do. Stay bored.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right?